Hey everyone, it's Just Josie, and I am here this afternoon with the wonderful Pete Engle of Clear Talent Group, and I'm very, very excited to be here. I was just explaining to him that one of the reasons why I wanted to meet with him as an agent is because a lot of the times they are the silent partner and we don't get to see them very much, but not anymore because I got one right here on Just Josie.
Happy to.
So thank you for being here, Pete. Really want this to be just a real sort of personal conversation between you and I in terms of how you got here. How did it start with you? Were you a dancer, or were you did you dream of being a dancer, but you had two left feet and you just?
Well, I can give you a little just general background. I grew up in Wisconsin in the Midwest, and I've been performing since I was little. But not necessarily in dance. I'm a singer.
Okay.
First.
Okay. What kind of singing? Rapper?
No. More musical, more pop, more R&B. Well, some R&B.
So if you could be somebody today, who would you choose? Who would that artist be?
Oh gosh.
You were singing like who?
That has gone away.
I know, but if you.
But I will tell you what I realized. I was singing, in the shower or something the day, and I remember I was trying to think. I wonder who's influenced me. I was trying to think like my style as a singer.
You see, it was preparing you for this. Just Josie, so you could be ready.
And so and I could attribute most of my influence to is Boys to Men.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
I love Boys to Men.
You were with the hip crowd.
Yeah, because in our like all the major athletes were also in show choir.
Really?
And so it was a thing. It's very Midwest.
Okay.
But we would
out
go
there somewhere those Midwestern athletes can actually sing and dance.
Not all of them.
I gotta find.
Not all of them.
Okay, but some of them.
Yeah,
but somewhere
exactly.
out there is.
Some of them would, yeah. Well,
okay.
Yeah, exactly. So we we would travel around the country and compete with different choirs and stuff like that.
Wow.
So I was dancing.
Gotcha.
But not like my clients dance. My clients are.
Yes, I know some of your
professional
clients.
level.
Yeah, they're some of my friends.
Top,
they're
the world.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So I would never
they're
be able to be
beasts.
represented by myself as a dancer.
Gotcha.
But the reason, so what happened was then I went to college and I was in show choir in college. When I left college, I had a choice to make, and I was either going to go and be a performer, and do that side, or I was going to be on the business side. And I had studied. I was a double vocal major / business major.
Wow.
So I knew one of the, I didn't know what was going to happen.
One of them was going to work for you, right?
And ultimately, I've been singing my whole life, so it was a big decision. To be like, okay, I've been training for 20 years towards an idea that I'm going to be on Broadway or I'm going to be whatever, an artist. Or,
this is great, though.
And I had to make a decision, and it was actually pretty clear. Because as much as I love singing, I didn't feel like I had the ability to put the effort in to do the next step of that, which was all of me, right?
Wow.
And if I wasn't wanting to put all of myself in, which you have to do as a performer, right?
Absolutely.
Then I said, then I'm going to do my other love. And my other love was the business side, musical theater.
Right.
And so I came out here, I had a job, moved out here with a bunch of friends from college, across the country, didn't have a place to live.
Wow.
We just were going to come out here and figure it out.
Okay. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Well, and at the time, actually, right before I moved, the agency had called me and said that they no longer have a job for me.
No.
Because it was
on your way here.
Yeah, it was.
And what did you do? What did you say?
Well, I don't know what he said. Well, so
I
it was
say no.
year.
I'm on my way. I'm on the road. I'm halfway there.
Right.
You're going to give me a job.
Right. So they were. It was a big commercial strike that happened.
Yeah.
And it shut down the industry almost. So they were like, we can't afford to bring out an assistant right now.
Okay.
But you can come in as an intern. an unpaid.
Oh, they pulled that one.
Yeah.
They pulled that one
Right.
on me.
So
Oh, we've seen that before. Uh-huh.
so I started.
And look at him now.
Well, you know that in this industry,
Oh,
you
all
gotta
day.
it's about getting your foot in the door,
Oh, my
whether that be
goodness.
you're a performer or
All
whether
day, all day. Did
Exactly
you just hear what he said? Okay, that's, for those of you who need to hear that,
Yeah.
I say that so much. I work with actors as well. I'm an acting coach and a life coach is what I'm turning out to be. But I say that all the time, that it's so much about relationships. And in all my interviews, that is what you hear across the board.
Let me tell you something. It is all about
It
relationships.
is nothing else but about relationships. Can we make that any clearer?
It's
If you don't learn
completely-
anything else from Just Josie, it's
Yeah.
that.
I mean, literally everything. There's an argument to be said that life is about relationships, and whether it be in entertainment or in an accounting firm,
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely, across the board.
it's all about for an agency's perspective, is the phone ringing.
Right.
Ultimately, when I was at KSA, when I was interning, there was an
Okay.
agent there. Her name was Victoria Morris,
Mhm.
who was
Hi, Victoria.
yeah, and she was great. She put me under her wing, and she
Nice.
she was really trying to teach me about the industry,
Yeah,
and at that time I was still
Relationships.
totally
Mhm.
At that time I was debating still, like, okay, is this what I want to do? Everybody has a
Of course,
morning
that moment.
they wake up,
Absolutely, yeah.
and
Am I happy?
Yeah.
What am I doing with my life?
so and she was kind of teaching me, and then so what happened was
Uh-oh. What happened was, it's one of those moments, right?
one day
Uh-huh.
she said, why don't you listen to this phone call after me? And she was calling a client to tell him that he had booked the lead role of Simba on the inaugural Broadway production of Lion King. Okay?
Wow.
So she had called and told him, and I've told her the story, recently actually. She didn't even know about the story.
Oh my goodness, that's why
And
I said hi, because I'm all about shout outs, that's great. That's the person who started
she said,
you all.
and she gave him the news, and it was exciting, of course, and right then, that was the moment
That's it.
I said, that's what I want to do. I said, I don't want to get the role. I want to be the one that tells the person that got the role. I'm Just Pete. Who are you? Follow Josie at justjosie.com.